Let's just get into a posture for meditating. So, as you probably know, the most important aspect of this is a straight back. Some people meditate lying down. I personally can't do it it just doesn't work for me. But if it does, then that's fine. But still, the straight back is important. It's also important that your legs are arranged very stably. So if you're on a chair of any kind, it's best if your feet are flat on the floor or on a cushion if it's too far to the floor, and not cross-legged. And just begin by bringing your mind within your body. So this naturally withdraws you from excessive sense contact with the outside world. But once you're inside your body, you can actually have a different kind of connection with the outside, which is very, very interesting. You can actually feel from within your heart space the energy within the room where you are. You can have a sense of where the walls, the ceiling are, the floor beneath you, and the forms of the furniture and so forth. And you can feel all that somehow. And just doing this kind of activity at the beginning of a meditation, it's very simple, but it helps to ground you in a certain way. It brings your mind to focus from the inside. And gradually experience the length of your spine, from the bottom of the spine right up to your neck. Straighten it, extend it a little. Feel your shoulders relaxing and dropping away from your spine, like the two sides of a coat hanger. And your arms are relaxed from your shoulders, like the garment hanging on the coat hanger. And your hands relaxed wherever you like to hold them. Your elbows not touching the body. And now we'll go downwards and feel your bottom perched on your seat. Feel the connection with the seat or cushion. And from within your belly, experience your connection to the earth below the building where you are. The earth is huge, but even so, you can sense the whole earth from inside your belly. The mountains, the rivers, the oceans, the cities, and feel here I am seated on my seat in this room, but I'm alive on earth at this time. There's a war raging in Ukraine and other parts of the world. At the same time, there are many wonderful things happening in different parts of the world. People helping each other, people providing food for others, people providing care, education, health services. There are people being born, people dying. Nature is never stopping. But here I am pausing in my life, settling into stillness on my seat. Relax any tension in your head, your eyes, your jaw, your throat, your brain. Let the tension down your body into the earth beneath. Connect with the space around you in all directions, the Earth's atmosphere, and the endless sky above. If it's cloudy, the sky beyond the clouds, and space beyond it. Reaching into the solar system, the planets, the sun, into the galaxy, other stars, suns, their own solar systems, and so on. And here I am on my seat in this room, breathing. Come into the breathing. Withdraw from everything else that I've mentioned to focus exclusively on the breathing. Mouth closed, just breathing through your nostrils. down your windpipe, into your lungs and your diaphragm, and then out again. Just follow the cycle of each breath. Until all that appears to your mind is breathing. Don't try to separate your mind from the breathing. Be that as if you are the breathing. Being the breathing is a continuum of flowing in and out. Be completely present in that continuum at every moment. Don't think about what you're doing. Just be the experience of breathing. There are three main components to this experience. There's the passage of the breath, flowing in and out. There's our body, which makes this happen physically. And there's our mind, which is aware of this experience. And these three components are interdependent. None of them can exist at all without the others. You gradually allow your mind to absorb with this feeling of interdependence, in which the mind is just a part. It's a shift from the breath being the object to interdependence being the object into which your mind becomes absorbed. Your experience of the breath dissolves. Your experience of your body dissolves. And your experience of your mind as something separate dissolves. And you're left in the spaciousness of interdependence. The nature of everything. So without losing touch with this experience, just have a little stretch or a little 1-minute break before we do the second meditation. When you feel stretched or relaxed, sort of ready physically, then come back to meditation posture. Could be the same as before or slightly different. I tend to change the way my legs are arranged at this point. It's up to you what you do. But as most of you know, we're following a sequence to do with self and others, to do with relationship. And 2 weeks ago, we meditated on connectedness. And last week we meditated on empathy. And today we're going to start what will probably be more than one meditation, so more than 1 week, on love. We're going to explore what love is, what it means. And for this, it's really important to meditate from your heart space, not your brain. So bring your awareness within your body. When I say heart space, I mean really the main part of your body, but probably in the upper part, within the rib cage roughly, but that's just a guide. Not in your head anyway, below. And meditate from there and make it feel nice and spacious, as if you're in a kind of little cavern. Well, it could be quite a big cavern. Doesn't matter what size it is. So we're going to try and discover what love is through meditating. And we're going to start with recognizing that loving and being loved are a bit different. We're going to start with loving. Where the love comes from you to another. It could be others in general, but let's keep it simple, to another. And it's quite important at this stage to emphasize that we're going to meditate on unconditional love. It means love which doesn't seek anything in return. It's spontaneous. It's not fabricated. It sort of comes up from within. Fills you with a kind of special energy. Which sometimes can be quite powerful. And by meditating on this, we're going to let it settle so it doesn't overwhelm us. And you've probably experienced this towards a number of people in your life up till now. Since you were young. And although in one way it's different for different people that you feel love towards, there is something in common. And that's what we're going to meditate on. Love at the source, from our heart space. And just like with the breath, when you stabilize in meditation, it's like you become what you're meditating on. So just be the love. Because it's love towards another, you're like a source of light or warmth or sort of a kind of glow towards the other. Don't let it be so intense that you become tense. Stay relaxed. Just allow it. And now we're going to shift to the other side, the experience of being loved. Which some people find harder, actually. So in this meditation, you are the receiver of another person's unconditional love. They're not trying to get something out of you. They just love you. And you can receive that in your heart space. Like you receive the warmth of the sun. It doesn't mean there are no complications with this person, but the fact that they actually love you, even it might be just at a time, particular time, just be open to that experience of being loved. And recognize you don't actually have to do anything. You just have to be receptive. Now, it happens that sometimes we love and it's not returned. Maybe it's not received fully. Anyway, it's unconditional, so it doesn't matter. And likewise, sometimes we are loved, and either we take it for granted or we don't return it for whatever reason. But it doesn't stop the other person loving us if it's unconditional. But now here's a third possibility, which is that the love is two-way. Hopefully you've had this experience and can connect with it in a meditation. If not, you can imagine it. This experience is characterized by a great openness and a feeling of not being separate. There being no barriers between you and the other person. Heart space to heart space without barriers. Again, just relax into this and meditate, holding the experience with mindfulness. You might recognize that when this happens, you don't need to be in the same room even. This meditation requires you or encourages you or stimulates you to open your heart in a very special way. It does involve being unafraid of your own vulnerability.
Mic off.
It involves trust. And sometimes we're a bit afraid of this experience.
Mic off.
But
Mic
at the
off.
same time, it's incredibly nourishing. So because you're safely meditating in your room, just allow yourself to be nourished.